wrestling interview heard round the world. The thing is, it hasn't even aired yet on ESPN. Now it's reported that AEW is going into damage control for comments that CM Punk made on an interview during an ESPN segment that hyped up AEW Collision on Saturday night, that basically threw the Elite and, most importantly, Adam Hangman Page under the bus ahead of the debut show on Saturday night. Now, some people in AEW are interpreting CM Punk's ESPN interview as, quote-unquote, needlessly inflammatory, and CM Punk thinks he was just promoting AEW Collision. The thing is, no matter what CM Punk does, he will be forever now, as long as he's in AEW under a microscope. It doesn't matter what CM Punk says, nobody is going to agree or approve of anything that he does or says from this moment on because of what happened at All Out. Now, Fightful Select reported yesterday that Punk answered questions in a way that would make the audience wonder if he was shooting or angling for a story, and that Punk was very aware that what was said could come across as polarizing. He doesn't give a shit. That's why we like CM Punk. That's why we love CM Punk and what he is about, because he just doesn't give a shit, and he knows how to blur the lines between what is real and what is not. Also, it was said that he did so in a way to blur the lines and create buzz for the upcoming shows for AEW Collision. Furthermore, Adam Hangman Page was brought up in a way that was absolutely not confusing in a work-shoot perspective, and that was clearly intentional. CM Punk and Adam Hangman Page reportedly do not like each other at all. During Wade Keller's audio show that was posted on pwtorchvip.com, Wade Keller went into more detail on CM Punk and what is being said behind the scenes in regard to the ESPN interview that will premiere tomorrow. So this is right before AEW Collision. You can expect that sometime tomorrow afternoon. Keller said, and I quote, "From everybody I talked to in AEW, and I've talked to a handful of people since last night in various positions of that company, everyone's bracing for this. But my understanding is that Tony Khan knows what was said, and others do as well. Maybe there's going to be some internal finessing of what happens, but the impression I get is that things are not better with CM Punk and the Elite and the satellite members of the anti-Punk group in AEW. Things are not at all better. Someone in AEW just said, yeah, we're keeping them apart for a while still. Punk's going to be on Saturdays, and the Elite and the group of anti-Punk people will probably be kept away from him. Not everybody who dislikes Punk will be kept off Collision, but like the core people, it sounds like will be. It just isn't better." Now, Fightful did report that Punk was sent documents to sign to protect AEW, which would include non-disparagement agreements. Keller said Punk did not say anything to breach the agreements. Work. It's all a work. Now, the Adam Hangman Page stuff, I don't really know. That may actually be a work. But the stuff against the Elite, because Adam Hangman Page was, though mentioned in the original all-out blow-up at the post-show scrum, Adam Page was not suspended, and Adam Page was not a part of the pull-apart brawl that reportedly happened after the post-show media scrum. Work. It's all a work. It's all a very elaborate work to get hype and interest in AEW Collision, with CM Punk making his return to the company. Keller said that Punk didn't say anything he's legally not allowed to say, but he said other things that are being interpreted as needlessly inflammatory, and it sounds like Punk is thinking he was promoting the new show and speaking honestly, but not in an inflammatory way that should be causing drama. My interpretation of the framing of what I heard is Punk's reaction is, if people react to this negatively, that they're overreacting. So we'll see. I do not know what was said. I just know that I was told to brace for some drama leading into Saturday, and depending on whose side you're on, either Punk is at it again, or the Elite group really needs to grow up and grow a thick skin. which honestly, I am on Punk's side with this. And I honestly think if anybody in that company is upset at what is being said here. Now, again, I don't know what was said about Adam Page. If anybody in this company is upset at what CM Punk is saying, clearly they don't know how business operates, and clearly they have a very thin skin. You should all be moved on from this situation already. You should all be in the mindset of go out there and make this thing as big as possible, get AEW where it needs to be, and go out there and make money. You should all be in the mentality of, all right, let's put all of this in the past. We don't have to like each other. Let's have fun with it now. We dislike each other. Let's go out there, have fun with it, make money, and give the fucking company the match that it needs, which honestly would be the biggest match that the company has ever produced. That's where the mindset should be. Punk is only doing what they should be doing if they're not on board. I agree. The elite in this case, they could be angry all they want, but it's definitely showing that they have a thin skin. People are going to be looking at this through a different lens because of how they feel about CM Punk. Now, AEW is right now reportedly in damage control in response to the CM Punk ESPN interview. I don't know why they need to be in damage control if Tony Khan knows what's in the interview, knows what was said, and has an inside as to what is going on here. What type of damage control do you need? It's the elite. They need to grow up. Tony Khan should have already talked to them about this already. Everybody should have been sat down together in a room before any of this took place, and they should have been briefed on what was going to happen. We're going to do A, B, C, D, E, and we're going to go about this for the build and hype of Collision. And if you get mad along the way, it's on you. But I'm letting you guys know exactly what needs to be and what's going to happen. A real boss should have done that. These men should have been men, and they should have sat down and talked about this in a very adult-like manner. I don't know why anybody is upset at this, because all that I'm seeing here is that it's work, 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 work. And more than likely, I'm going to go out there on a limb and say, we're getting this match at All In. The main event for All In will be CM Punk and FTR versus Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. That is where we are going, and this is the beginning stages of that. Damage control. I'm not talking about Bayley and EO. Damage control, legitimately, for AEW in response to this interview. In the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer reported that AEW was hoping Punk's comments about Adam Hangman Page wouldn't be a part of the article as the promotion tries to sign him to a new deal. Meltzer wrote, AEW is hoping that the comments Punk made about Page would not be part of the article/video, but the talent is largely aware of them. This is largely because the company is actively trying to sign Page to a new long-term deal. There was an attempt at damage control going on at press time, but much of the talent was aware of what Punk originally said. Thin skin. It all goes back to them not having a thick skin. They can dish it, but they can't take it. That's what it sounds like to me. Damage control, as far as AEW is concerned, being that Adam Hangman Page is a part of the elite, and he wasn't really involved in the brawl. He was mentioned by Punk at the scrum. It is now reportedly all over the place that Punk and Page do not like each other. Adam Page, Kenny Omega, Matt and Nick Jackson all have contracts coming up at around the same time expiring with AEW, and AEW wants to lock them down completely. If the Bucks and Kenny Omega are going to stay on board, Adam Hangman Page more than likely will stay on board. But this is where the damage control part comes in. If Punk continues to make comments like this towards Adam Hangman Page, who will probably not be involved with anything CM Punk related moving forward, it may give him the idea of, hey, if this guy is saying this shit about me and it's not a work and this is completely a shoot and they let this go and the company let him say this about me, internally he'll probably end up thinking, well, how does the company really think about me? How does Tony Khan really think about me? Should I take my talents elsewhere? I don't want to be around this guy. I don't want to work with this guy. I don't want to be under the same roof as this guy, share the same locker room as this guy. Adam Page may actually end up leaving the company because of this, And it was reported very early on, a few months ago before WrestleMania, when the rumors came out about Kenny Omega leaving and the Bucks leaving and WWE being interested in them when they become free agents. Adam Page may say, you know what? Fuck off. Goodbye. Because of the CM Punk situation. That's where the damage control comes in. Tony Khan does not want to lose Adam Page. I don't know why anybody would want to lose Adam Page. He's fucking great. But something like this, if the interview goes off and Adam Page is really signaled or pinpointed here in this entire interview, and he gets the worst of what is being said here, he may look at this differently and say, you know what? I'm letting my shit run out. You guys can talk to me about contracts and money and all this shit. I'm going to give Paul a call, and we're going to take our talents elsewhere. So that's where AEW really needs to kind of hone it in. You know, these guys, I don't know why they didn't sit down and already discuss what was being said here. Everybody should have been briefed. Everybody should have been briefed about what was said. Everybody should really be thinking, all right, whatever happened, happened. Now it's about AEW. Now it's about the company. Now it's about the biggest summer that they're set to produce ever. They should sit down and all just have fun with this. This is all a work, folks. I am 100% in the line of work. That's it. I think it's a work. I think this is all a huge promotional ploy for AEW Collision. I think we're getting the match at All In. If not All In, All Out, we're getting the match. This is all the beginning stages of everything. Saturday is going to be a very, very newsworthy day, and I will be here to cover it all right here on Off the Script. Thank you guys very much for all your support. If you did enjoy this video, thank you. Hit that thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Go check out yesterday's video where we talked about the ESPN interview and the article that was released in regards to this. That is on the homepage. Go and check that out. I was live on Monday for Monday Night Raw. Brand new show debut with my guy Andrew Baydala on Tuesday. We were live for Wednesday. We have a lot coming up this weekend. I will be live on Saturday with SmackDown in the afternoon. Will not be live on Friday as I have obligations to House of Glory. And then Saturday night, Jesse and I will be live for the debut of AEW Collision. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications and follow me on social media for all the latest updates at JD from NY206 on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Guys, I will see you on Saturday afternoon for SmackDown, live for Collision. Enjoy your Fridays, and I'll be back right here on the podcast with more news on OTS.